A lot of fashion designers don't know how to give their prices. A lot of us are undercharging, especially those that feel that they are upcoming, those that are still scared to build or to, their brand is still growing. Now, in this tutorial, I want to give you a clue or an idea on how to know the best price to charge in each work you are doing, or how to calculate your pricing to charge for your clients. Now, this is not going to change the mindset. If you're already charging very good, keep to it. But if you have issue on pricing, on how to charge your customers, watch this video till the very end, right? So I will make this video to be snappy so that you can get the major points I'm trying to share in this tutorial. Now, the first reason or the first thing to consider is the time of delivery. Like when someone comes to give you an outfit, you must make sure you ask him, when do you need this outfit? Because most of the times, these jobs might be urgent and you will know. And also bear in mind that urgent jobs requires urgent attention. And the attention requires you buying fuel, making sure you suspend every other thing that you are doing to make sure that that job comes out on that time frame. So time of collection comes first before you give your pricing. Now, if someone comes to your shop to book for a long-term outfit and you feel the time frame is perfect for you, you can give him or her the list of the prices you can offer and take your time to do the job. But once these jobs are coming in a week, 2 weeks time, even a month time, you should be paid for properly, because over there in abroad, your time is your worth. Like the whatever you spend your time in or on is how you are going to be paid for. So, but down here in Nigeria and some of the African countries, we are yet to value time. We feel time is free and we feel we can use it anyhow we want and still, get whatever we want. But then, timing is of great essence, that you should not spend your time doing a job that is not worth it or that does not pay you adequate amount of money to do it. And I know you'll be asking me, how do you charge? Don't worry, keep on watching to the very end. Now, the next point that comes after timing is the style in question. Now, some tell us give prices without even knowing the style in question. Now, bear in mind that there are some styles that you don't need to spend much money, that you use the fabric to create the style. But there's some fabrics there are some styles that you need to do either monogram, embroidering, stoning, beading, hand knitting, and many other things, many other heat press and flock designs. So these designs must be determined before you give out your prices, because you need to also know the cost of running each of these designs on the outfit, on the fabric, before you give your final cost of production. So you must know your timing of collection, you must know the design or the style in question, and then the third one is the quality or the fabric quality. Now, if you are the one buying the fabric, is different from when the customer is giving you fabric. And also note that when the customer is giving you expensive fabric as well, you should at least charge the worth of half of the value of the fabric. For example, if a customer is paying you for, let's say, cashmere 220 and he bought it for, let's say, 4 years, 80,000 naira, your sewing theoretically should cover at least 40,000 naira. Then why is it so? Now, this is going to take in some costs of unforeseen circumstances, that if you eventually spoil the fabric, you should be able to at least use the payment they paid you and add your own personal money to go and replace the fabric. So, but then most people will not agree to this, but this is the theoretical knowledge that is out there. that at least the cost of fabric should be the half of the cost of fabric should be the cost of your sewing of that outfit, because you are going to put a lot of attention to details and make sure the job is coming out nicely. Now, when you have considered all of these factors together, you can now, you know, calculate yourself, and also bear in mind that when you're giving your prices, don't give the exact price, because customers are meant to bargain. You have to give them room to bargain. They will always price you, and you two guys need to negotiate, because sometimes if you give them your last price at first pricing, they might bargain, and with pressure you might now go below standard to pick up or to take in the job. So it's advisable that you give them a bit higher price and make room for at least 5 to 10k reduction in pricing, so that they will feel that they bargained from with you, right? But this does not work for everybody. Some clients that know what they want will go ahead and pay you, while some will still bargain and they will still pay you with the agreed prices. So now, having said this, now if you have taken your time to calculate all of these things, and also another factor as well you should also consider is when you are running on fuel. Now, because the cost of making an outfit has different or a lot of challenges or factors that influences or affects it. Now, if your area does not have steady power supply, you should also be able to, increase the cost of running the fuel for that particular outfit. Now, even if you are using the regular NEPA light or EDC, depends on your area. Now, if you're using the federal light, band A, band B, and so on and so forth, you should also be able to know how much you are meant to save from each cloth for you to be able to foot the bills of your what's it called, NEPA, right, or electricity. So these things I am saying are the areas you should consider when you are giving your pricing, and not what you will take in. No, consider the actual cost of production. So this will make you to be self-aware or self-alert on all of these things I am showing or I am telling you in this video.